Okay, the listening section on the TOEFL is the second section that you're going to do. And in many ways, it's very similar to the reading in that you need to have a really good strategy to get a really good score. So what we're going to do is talk about how to build that strategy over several different videos. First, let's start with the numbers. On a normal TOEFL listening test, you're going to have 60 minutes. And on that 60-minute test, you're going to have 6 different listening items. First, you'll have 2 conversations and you'll have 4 lectures. With that normal TOEFL test, you're going to have a total of 34 questions. But sometimes you get 3 extra listening items. Just like in the reading, sometimes you get an extra reading. Here you can get 3 extra listening items. If you do that, you'll have a total of 9 listening items. You'll have 51 questions, and they'll give you an extra half an hour to do the test. So the biggest difference that you're going to find between the reading and the listening is that the listening has different types of items. You have conversations and lectures. In a conversation, there are going to be 2 speakers, and there are going to be 5 questions about the conversation. And the conversations are not academic. They can be any sort of normal situation you might find at a university that is not a class. So it could be people talking about the cafeteria or what they need to do to get a new student identity card, all kinds of crazy topics. They're going to be relatively short, and the notes that you take are going to primarily help you to concentrate well on what you're listening to. You probably won't use the notes to help you answer the questions very often. Okay, the lectures are different. It's usually one primary speaker, but sometimes if it's in a class, basically it's a simulation of a university class, so a student might ask a question or contribute to the lecture in some way. You're going to have 6 questions on every lecture, and these are a lot longer, so you need to be paying attention for maybe 2 times as long as the conversations. And the notes are going to be extremely, extremely, extremely important, and you must take good notes because you will use your notes to answer the question. They punish people that try to answer the questions from memories. And also the topics here are all going to be academic because the idea is they're going to simulate maybe a first-year university class. So it's going to be any topic that is academic. Okay, so what you really need to do in the listening section is take notes to organize what you're listening to and also to structure what you're hearing so you know where the questions are going to come from. Finally, the sequence is going to be important because you just need to always be oriented to where you're going in the test. So it starts out with a conversation, then you get a lecture, and then a lecture, and then you get another conversation, lecture, and lecture. That's a typical TOEFL exam. Sometimes when they give you the extra items, you'll get a conversation and then 2 more lectures. So that's a total of 9 items. When they give you those 9 items, you get an extra 30 minutes to complete the test. On a normal exam, you're going to have 20 minutes of time to answer the questions. It's kind of a strange concept. Don't worry about it too much because only a small minority of people have a problem with time on the listening. So you don't need to be as worried about time as on the reading. And so what we're going to do next is look at the conversations and the lectures in separate videos because they're very different in what you need to do. So keep going with the conversation video first and then take a look at the lecture video when you're finished with that.